and welcome to Rudy's Movie Review, San Antonio's official movie critic. Today we're going to be talking about Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters is directed by Paul Feig and stars three of my favorite leading ladies. We have Kate McKinnon, Kristen Wiig, and Melissa McCarthy. Now before I get into the review, I want to really level set with everybody on where I stand. I love Ghostbusters. It's a big part of me. I love it. I have a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man in my lawn during Halloween. He's 8 feet tall. My kids love the film. I've seen it countless times, and the writing in that original film is classic.
Everything was fine with our system until the power grid was shut off by Dickless here.
They caused an explosion.
Is this true?
Yes, it's true. This man has no dick.
Okay. Now, would I say I'm an obsessed fan? No, I wouldn't go that far. Who am I kidding? Watch this. Yeah, I'm kind of an obsessed fan. Yes, I made this myself. I even made my own proton pack that I was stuffed in my garage. So, I love Ghostbusters. I really do. So when the remake came out, first off, let me explain, I don't like remakes. I really don't. I don't. There's just no originality right now in Hollywood. Everything right now is either a superhero story that I read as a kid and is now being adapted into film, or it's an old movie that they're remaking. And let's just face it, there's too many of them. And let's kind of break down the purpose of a remake. What's really the goal of doing a remake? One, the way I see it, outside of the making money piece, if you're going to do a remake, you really have to improve upon the story. Add some elements to it, right? Maybe there was some sort of element that the director or the writer missed when they first made it, or they were limited with special effects, whatever the case was, to then add it to the story. But you have to take the key elements of that story and improve upon it for it to even be worthy of a remake. And with this film, I'll be honest, I kind of liked it. And as passionate and as much as I love the originals, I went in with a blank slate to see what they can do. And I have to admit, the first 45 minutes to an hour of the film, I enjoyed it. I was laughing, I had a good time, I looked over to my kids. My daughter, who's 12, she was laughing. They did their best to pay homage to the original film, and there were cameos. Every living cast member did make a cameo in the film, but the cameos really weren't worthy of them, to be totally honest. And I don't want to give any spoilers away, but when you see them, it's just really, that's it. Overall, it was okay. I did like it better than what I thought it was. But there's a few things, as much as I tried not to let it bother me, it bothered me. One, the PKE meter. That, to me, is a holy relic in Hollywood. We all seen the scene where the original cast, Egon, Ray, and Peter are going through the library and the camera's following them. I love that shot. And we all know what a PKE meter is. The one in the film here, I didn't like at all. It looked stupid. But I have to admit, there's this one part in the film that me and my son kind of looked at each other like, no, they can't do that. It's when the film's gaining momentum, right? Like in the original. They capture the first ghost in the hotel. They're exposed to New York. Everyone's like, hey, they're talking about the Ghostbusters. And there's that montage of them on doing interviews or on the papers. And you hear Ray Parker's theme, Ghostbusters. So there's a similar moment like that in the film. And as soon as the hip-hop crap version that they made today starts playing, it killed it for me. I'm not gonna lie, it really killed it. They should have just left the original song as it was, not touched it. Why the hell did they have to hip hop it and have Missy Elliott going to rap? I like Missy Elliott, she's cool, but not with Ghostbusters. You gotta separate the two. Hollywood, it was bad. I did not like that montage. As much as I tried to not let it bother me, it bothered me. And my son, who's a true fan, we looked at each other, we both shook our head like, no, that didn't feel like Ghostbusters. In the end, was it funny? 2.5 quarters were funny. I did like the pace, and then the others really lagged. The villain in the film, he wasn't memorable. There was no Zool. I mean, it was just not a well-written villain. Now, for the positives, the graphics look great. The first two ghosts in the film are really done well. And I do like the change in the gadgets, like not really the packs. Give me the old school packs, but I do like the improvement of the gadgets. That was pretty cool. I will give it that. As far as performances, the one that really stole the show, in my opinion, is Chris Hemsworth. Thor, of all people. Thor. He did a great job. He was funny. And him and Kristen Wiig had a few scenes where I was just laughing. It was hysterical. But he did a great job as playing the dumb blonde, the dumb, good-looking blonde of the film. So overall, as far as my rating, guys, on the film, I'm going to give Ghostbusters 2.5 cans of liquid Schwartz. But I will say this. Now, as we were leaving, I saw my daughter smiling. And she's 12. Like I said, she looks like she's 15, and I don't like that. But anyway, she was smiling. And I asked her, did you like it? She was like, yeah, I really did. And I'm like, who's your favorite character? She says, oh, the one who was supposed to be Egon. And she didn't know her name. And I think Harrington is her name. I don't know all the names yet. Sorry. But I thought, if this movie somehow can be held in her heart like the original Ghostbusters was for all of us growing up, and it's now their Ghostbusters and their movie and now their generation, I'm perfectly fine with that. I mean, we've had a run of great films. Ghostbusters is one of my top 5 movies of all time as far as comedy, it being timeless, and how it's impacted our culture. But if this movie can somehow have that same impact with young girls, I'm perfectly fine with that. I have no problem with that whatsoever. So as always, guys, thank you for watching Rudy's Movie Review, San Antonio's official movie critic. I truly appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by, and have a great weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.
Are you, Alice, menstruating right now?
What has that got to do with it?
Back off, man. I'm a scientist.
There's something strange in the